Is Daniel McFarland starting off with a look at those current wind speeds. Daniel, not too bad, but they are going to get worse.
No, they're certainly going to get worse. And there's already some areas, Robbie, that are seeing a bit more, but it seems like Tucson, if you're waking up here, it's just a light breeze for most of us.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of those areas where it's actually going to be pretty bad.
Yeah, so it is going to be bad, I think, for everyone during the afternoon, but as you're starting off the day, getting south of Sahuarita, there's a few areas here that are seeing those stronger winds, mainly following along with the colors. Outside of Rio Rico, you're also having it alongside the mountains down in that spot, but closer towards Tucson, right around 10 miles per hour for you if you're closer towards the airport or the Air Force Base. It really seems like that southern portion of town is seeing those winds at the moment. Not really so much for Oro Valley, Casas Adobes, or even the west side of town with the way things are shaping up. That's going to change, though. I think at around 9 a.m. you're going to start to feel the occasional breeze of 15 miles per hour, and eventually around 2 you're going to pretty consistently feel 20 to 25 mile per hour winds out there, no matter where you are across a lot of southern Arizona here. But if you're closer towards Cochise or Graham County, remember before we were talking about that red flag warning that's in effect in those spots, and I do think that's going to be the spot we're tracking today that is going to have the strongest winds out there. The difference with today, though, is going to be the timing. Typically, your strongest winds are going to be during 4, 5, 6 in the evening, but I wouldn't be surprised today if we hit some of those max wind speeds around 7, 8, or 9 with the way things are shaping up so far. Now, thankfully, I do think that'll be changing after about midnight tonight. Those winds should begin to die on down, and eventually by the afternoon tomorrow, I do think we're going to be stopping around 20, 25, so a little bit less for your Wednesday, so we don't have that same kind of red flag warning in effect out there. But something we are going to be tracking, not just for today, but the next couple days, is going to be blowing dust. Now, this isn't going to be full-blown dust storms or anything like that, just a bit more that's going to bring down visibility significantly. If you're in Tucson, I do think dust is also going to be an issue, more so for air quality as opposed to visibility. So if you're in a spot like the foothills and you look down towards the south side of town, you can see that haze, or similarly if you're closer towards Vail and you look towards the city, you see those hazy conditions. I think those are going to be coming back for your day today. At least as you're starting things off, it is warmer than average, low 60s for most of us. Sabino Canyon looking at right around 55 degrees, and highs for everyone here will be in the lower 90s. So I think most of the day will be spent in the upper 80s, and we'll briefly hit say 90, 91 for those highs during the afternoon today. There will be a slight cool down tomorrow, mainly because we're tracking a low pressure center that's moving across the center of the country. That's going to bring some of that cooler air down to us for about one whole day before right back at 92 for a high on Thursday. Now Friday through about Sunday, temperatures are going to rise fast. I think we're missing the triple digits here. 97 is where a lot of us are going to be stopping on Sunday, but a lot could change in between now and then, and that's going to be the next big thing we're tracking out there. Well, that was weather. Let's go ahead and talk about traffic before we head on outside today. You still do have an active scene down towards the south. Remember, that is an accident that happened right there